My dad was Robert Chadima, and he was a visionary for the Cherry Building and the entire New Bohemia neighborhood. First off, just trying to renovate and repurpose an old building like this, it's a labor of love.
The neighborhood was in decline. It was abandoned in many ways by the rest of the city. The commercial district was gone.
As the local industrial jobs waned, a lot of the buildings were deteriorated, sidewalks deteriorated.
Worn out.
So at that time especially, it really took some vision to think what could be done with this.
There wasn't a lot of areas in Cedar Rapids that had a lot of historical type buildings left in it. You can't replace these buildings. You can't build a 100-year-old building. You just can't do it, and the history with it.
Bob Chadima had, initially he had just a space. He turned that space into something that other people could use, and he fostered development down here that kept the neighborhood alive.
From the very beginning, when he bought the building in 1976, it was the combination of business or entrepreneurs and artists.
It's one of those, I guess, call it your reason for being, is to create something.
We both talked about it, blowing everything we got for these buildings, but it's worth it.
They weren't just doing this for the money. They were doing it because they had a vision of what it could be to be a really great place.
There's a difference between a mission and a goal. There's a difference between vision and a business plan.
We always like to talk about vision. You really need to have vision to think, how this neighborhood could be transformed to really make it a vibrant community.
The guy knew what he was doing, and he held on, and he, like you say, he stuck all the money into it, and after that flood, the work and all the time down here, and then just that quick it could all be gone.
I think, it was really a great sense of accomplishment for my dad, that he was able to see, the revival of the neighborhood, especially after the flood.
We were really walking down the street, and I think the thing that we saw was just people and energy and conversation and creativity. Like, you could just sense it.
It's nice to see that things that we have started, that it's coming around and people feel like they want to invest in the area and keep it clean and keep it nice.
It's full of people who have created new things. We wanted to be in a neighborhood where things mattered, where people connected with each other, where there was events and music and art and beer.
And everybody kind of knows who everybody is. It's kind of like the old communities,
So we've had entrepreneurs from Israel and Australia, for example, come to Cedar Rapids, Iowa to get their start, which I think is pretty unusual.
Creating new things and just taking it to the next level, next generation. So it's all very exciting.
The best ideas come from two things kind of mixing together in a way that neither of the original maybe ideators would have had. But you bring them together and suddenly, whoa, there's something really special there.
To me, the Visionary Award, it really honors people who start from nothing and have an idea and they pursue it.
I sometimes wonder if the visionaries realize they are until somebody points it out. So,
recognizing that that's important, that people can have a dream and figure out how to make it work, especially in a way that makes the community better off, is a really valuable thing.
If anything could describe my dad, it would just be, his persistence.
You just have a dream and you act on it, and you're not so interested in maybe the accolades, but you just want a result.
Somebody said, in the future, we'll all be artists because we'll do things the best we can.
You got to be willing to stick your neck out there, and keep at it, keep doing it.
It's not easy. You have to commit basically your whole life to this. And, it costs money, it costs effort, it costs frustration. And so you really have to be committed.
People are coming together, establishing a common vision, and then figuring out how to get it done.
You just never give up and, stay true to your vision and just one step at a time. And when you get knocked on your butt, you pick yourself up and keep going.
You can't possibly know all the answers before you begin something. Take a step in the direction that you want to go. Just get started, take that first step, and the rest will follow.